Listen here, fuckers. The views and opinions expressed on this podcast should not be taken seriously. All jokes and banter are not meant to be taken up the ass. And no, you may not speak to my manager, so get back to not doing your homework or not doing your job and enjoy the Rollin Thick Podcast.
Are you ready?
Rollin Thick, Rollin Thick.
Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Rollin Thick Podcast. I'm your host. My name is Teddy.
And I'm Bunz.
I almost fucked it up myself. Fucking nailed it.
Okay. Nailed it. My voice is all scratchy and gone still, but that's okay.
We back,
It's okay.
and it's season 5. Welcome. I'm excited.
I am too.
I've missed the podcast so much.
I know. Our lives have been so crazy, and so much has changed. And, like, my kids are bigger. Your kids are bigger.
Yes, they are.
Mine are doing
My
gymnastics.
daughter turns 4 next Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How was your birthday?
Next.
Wait, is your birthday this Saturday or was it last Saturday?
It was last Saturday.
How was your birthday?
I turned 31. My parents went to house it.
31. I thought you were already 31.
No, I
God
just
dang.
turned 31.
Sorry, my brain.
I'm catching up though.
You're trying. I'm aging too, so
No,
my
so
birthday's coming up.
my birthday was
but-
fun. I just spent most of the day with my kids.
That's fun.
Yeah,
That works.
just chilling.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
Gotta conserve my
Yeah.
energy.
Yes.
The old
'Cause
age.
we're getting old.
Fucking smashed my finger and I had to leave work.
My garage door would not open the other day, and so I couldn't go to work.
That's a great.
Like it opened and then it stopped. And I'm like, that's weird. Push the button again.
It's just totally. I would have
And it
totally
went-
taken
and-
it as a sign.
And it went down, and then it went up again, and I'm like, well, that's not good. But usually, most of my homes that I've lived in, I've never had an electric garage door opener. I've always had to manually do it, right? So I'm like, well, that's fine. I'll just pull the little lever, and I'll just lift it up myself, right? Okay, well, my genius butt have only had single car garages. This house has a double car garage, and it was built in like the 70s. So it's a heavy door, and it's a big door. And so I'm trying to lift it, and I get it like to here. Well, I'm short. I can't push it the rest of the way
It just goes back
all
down.
by my lonesome self. So I had to text my boss, and I'm like,
My house won't let me
my
leave.
car's. I was like, good news is my car starts. Bad news is it's stuck in the garage.
Here in my garage.
So, because it's like negative, it's like -1, -3 out right now. So a lot of cars aren't
damn.
starting. And so I've been parking in the garage specifically so my car will start. But the garage door would not let me out. I still don't know what's wrong with it, but it's working-ish again.
Yeah.
So
It's probably just frozen shut.
no, it wasn't. There's it's catching on something. I'll have to have my landlord look at it, but I don't really want to call him. So
I like how you only work 20 hours a week, and you have to
I don't
call
even
out.
work. I know it's really bad. But then she texted me and she's like, well, if you fix it, come on in. And then like an hour later, she texted me. She's like, we've had a bunch of people call and cancel their appointments, so we don't even have anything for you to do. So you can just. She's like, if you're not already driving, stay home. If you're driving, you can come in and work on your continuing education classes that I have to do for the job. And I'm like,
shit.
I'll just stay home. Thanks. So
Hell yeah.
yeah. But my kids had the day off from school too because it was too cold. So
That's the
yeah, they
thing.
canceled school for cold, not snow.
The principal said,
Yeah.
"Fuck that, I'm not going in."
But then they had school the next day and it still feels just as cold. So
I know. That's
but I think that day it was like windy too. So it made it you add the wind on top of it.
I feel like the whole world's getting colder right now, right? I heard it was snowing
so.
in Arizona.
Yeah, and I think even down in Arkansas, they got snow again. I don't know if you remember last year when my pipes froze down there.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so they had a
and that
whole
was-
other winter storm again.
That's crazy.
I didn't have to be there for it, thankfully.
I'm in
These
Texas.
people up here, they know how to salt the roads and keep them nice. It is actually so
I
nice.
forgot you
I've lived
said
in a
that.
lot of places with snow and the road conditions and everything. Here, so far, knock on wood, beautiful. Back roads, meh. But the main roads, they salt them. My car, it's a black car. It looks white right now because of all the salt, but I'm okay with it. It's well seasoned.
The floor is well seasoned.
It's great. It's I don't slip. I don't slide. There's no ice. It's beautiful.
What does the ice do? Does it melt it?
What does the ice do to the salt?
The salt. Yeah, the salt. What does the salt do to the ice?
Yeah, so water freezes at a certain temperature. When you add salt to it, it lowers the freezing temperature.
Okay, that makes sense.
So when you add salt to ice, it melts the ice. And so the cars drive over it and it crushes the salt and it gets the ice broken up and then it's slushy and then it plows away.
And it turns into a river. No, just
Yes. It goes into a river and then it floods and then we all sail up the river.
God. Did you see the tsunami that happened in Japan? There was an earthquake and then a tsunami came in. Right after.
When did that happen?
On the 1st of January.
Was that before or after the fish? Remember I was telling you about that? The doom fish? Was that before or after that?
It was on the first.
Because
When did they find the fish?
I know, I can't remember. I don't know. I got to Google it. Because now that you said that, because I remember they were all talking about that fish. And they're when they see that, we get scared.
Yeah, the doomsfish. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's something.
Oh,
Doom fish Japan. There we go. When did it come? When did it show up again? That was 2019, 2024. I'm going to type it in 2024. That's 2023. Okay, come on, everybody. There was a whole news thing. It was all over TikTok. Don't even. 2 weeks ago. Disaster is coming. Panic in Thailand after fishermen caught earthquake fish. That was all 2 weeks ago.
Earthquake fish. Is that what they're called?
I guess so.
What's
But I
today,
feel
the
like 2 weeks
17th?
ago was after the tsunami. So maybe. Yeah, it might have been just about the same time. That was January 5th this was published. So I guess maybe the fish. It sounds like it's about the same time. That's really weird.
Anyways.
Anyway, sorry.
Today-
Sidetrack there. We ain't talking about doomfish today.
It's because it's been a while, man. There's so much I want to talk about. Anyways,
We can just
today,
do random.
today we get to a catch-up episode today. I don't mind that.
I know. We're just going to rewind. We're just going to catch up on everything. See how everybody's doing.
crazy.
See what's up.
The year started, and it was Japan started crumbling down. Fucking Cat Williams.
The U.S. froze over.
Yeah, and then half of the U.S. is fucking freezing. Cat Williams broke the internet. What else? What else happened? I think there was one more thing that happened.
Did anybody die yet?
And the Epstein list.
Oh, the list.
Yeah.
The list. Yes.
Fucking ridiculous.
The list.
All in day one. It was.
I know.
It was too.
We're halfway through January already. That's it.
My TikTok
just started.
Didn't know what to show me. It was fucking crazy. And I've been a huge fan of Kevin Hart for the longest time. As soon as I was started getting into comedians.
Yeah.
Cat Williams, not Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart too, but Cat Williams. And then and I remember several years ago, probably 5 or 6 years ago, he had gotten canceled because of some minor dispute that he got into. But then he tried to do a special, like a stand-up comedy special, and everybody was just bad talking it, like like really bad, and he was talking about like he was making jokes about Illuminati this and Hollywood that, and like and he kind of just slowly, like, he didn't fall off, but he was doing other things, right?
Yeah.
And then this year, I think he had a special on Netflix or something. He started coming back up, and then he just went on the show and just started saying things. Have you seen it? Have you seen it?
I have seen clips on my TikTok,
Yeah.
but I've never been like a fan. So I didn't really actually like watch them. So I didn't understand what was going on.
It wasn't even,
again,
you don't even have to be a fan. It's just with the.
Well, no, like that's what I'm saying. Like I just scrolled past. I didn't
Oh.
even give it the time of day. I was just like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah, but just to bring.
Show
up
me the
his
sad stuff that makes me cry. Like,
Oh yeah. Nah, but
let me
I
be
don't
in
know.
my feelings.
I was invested. I watched the whole thing twice, and then I was,
Mhm.
and then like he was naming, he has like no filter, so he was like dropping names left and right. Instead of scenario this, hypothetical that, he was like, oh, this person did that, and
Oh, he was
that he
outright.
didn't give a fuck.
Huh.
It was great. I was just going, oh fuck. And a lot of people
Like watching it unfold.
yeah, I was like, and a lot of people, because it was pre-recorded, and then he put it out live on the 1st of January. So there was a lot of people watching it live when he posted it. Like,
okay.
Because the way YouTube works is a video goes up, and then chat, like the comments are really like active, especially for a video like 2 hours long. It's active for a long time. The comments.
Got it.
Yeah, and people were just like, oh, whoa, just nitpicking everything he was saying. And it's funny because he talks a lot about like a lot of different conspiracy theories. That I remember he was saying that people are scared of him when he walks into a room because he hasn't given into like the whole stigma behind like how Hollywood controls your image and shit.
Yeah.
And, he specifically said, oh, Kevin Hart said he was never gonna wear a dress, and there's a couple clips. They show a couple clips of him going, "Ah, no, I'm not gonna fucking wear a dress because of my moral reasons or whatever." He was trying to make it as PC as possible, but it was just his morality wouldn't let him wear a dress. And then it shows a clip of him in a dress. He's just like it's sellout. You're selling out. Like that's what it is.
Is that selling out though? Like we all change our minds.
It is. It is because
I mean, I never thought I'd like be live on the internet at any point doing anything.
Yeah, but you never went publicly said, "Oh, I'm never gonna be fucking live." That's stupid. Like that's
well, no, because if I was saying it publicly, I would have.
No, but like even to your family, even like just say like something like.
Oh no, I did say it to my family. Oh yeah,
hypothetically. But you weren't trash talking it. You were just like, oh no, I can't see myself doing.
Well,
that.
yeah,
it was.
I know, but I'm just saying, like everybody changes their minds. It happens.
You gotta watch.
Like I don't
like. Besides the like not being a fan of Cat Williams, you still gotta watch it because things he says.
Yeah, I did watch like a tiny clip of it, but. It was more just like, he's saying he's saying words. He's saying some things. And definitely.
It's funny because like we take people that like they try to like give these people like a certain like, how do I put it, image, like, oh, Cat Williams, he's crazy, right? Or like Kanye West, he's crazy. And like but the people that actually listen to the things that he's saying, they're like, wait a minute, let him cook, right? Let him cook. And it's like a lot of people are like, nah, he's just crazy. Like, why you listen? Just like the guy in the corner talking about like the world's ending and shit like that.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute. Let the man speak.
Let the man cook. That's crazy. And then the whole Japan fucking thing, and I was watching videos of like the tsunami that came in after the earthquake was bad on its own. It was like a 7.5.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, no, I missed. I kind of like missed a lot of the first week of the year. 'Cause I
damn.
didn't have like my
We're 3
I didn't
weeks
have my
in and you're
kids with.
fucked.
I know I missed the whole year so far. No, I didn't have my kids the first week of the year, so I was just being depressed mom, because it was the first time without my kids. I mean, it wasn't technically the first time, but that we had just had Christmas and then I had to put them on a plane and all that. So I was just, I spent the first week like wrapped up in a blanket and sleeping because I was, well, not just depressed, but I also could because I didn't have my kids. So like I was allowed to just bed rot and not
Dead rot.
and not feel like a guilty person for not taking care of my children. So I was like, I can just lay in bed and sleep all day.
Man.
Healthy? No. But did I do it? Yes. Will I do it next time? Probably. It's okay.
Oh man.
We all cope.
The only thing we
But
need,
yes.
the only thing we need before the first month's over is like an alien reveal, or like something alien to like we all like.
I would like to see the aliens that mistyped in the coordinates and ended up at the mall instead of Antarctica.
Oh yeah, and then that fucking.
I would like to meet the alien that fucked that up because I think they're a cool dude.
Is that the theory of what happened? In was it in Vegas?
That's
no,
what
in
some
Miami.
theories.
It was in Miami.
It was in Miami, but that's one of the theories because if you take the coordinates, somebody found out. If you take the I can't remember the girl's name, but if you take the coordinates and flip them, you end up right in Antarctica.
The fucking alien was reading the map upside down. It's like
so, and I was like, I relate so much to that alien. I can't tell my left from right. I can't turn the right direction when people are sitting there telling me which way to turn. I can't turn when the GPS is telling me literally with a picture which way to turn. So whatever alien screwed up that
is fucking hilarious.
Beam down portal, I feel like they would be good friends
know about
with
the
me.
Incident?
That's about it.
That's about it. You saw how I didn't ask particular question. I just asked what you knew.
But I knew, yeah, no specific. No, I know that like it literally had like the whole police force, like just the videos that we've all seen on TikTok. Like the entire police being there,
so
but nobody's saying anything.
The chief of police said that they have this code where if the code is set out, then basically the whole police department shows up.
Yeah,
and they were saying that
pretty much what it was.
That there was a not a bomb threat, but like an active shooter like response.
Yeah, but I think even with an active shooter, like we've had enough shootings in this
country.
Yes, thank you. I was like in this state, technically, I guess maybe, but in this whole country, like we see how they respond to mass shootings. We see how they respond to like school shootings. Even there's never that many police. Think of all the concerts and stuff that people have died at from mass shootings. There's never been that type of police response for those.
But that's
and even like even the bombs and even bomb threats and stuff never have that much.
Yeah, because you know why? Because it's counterproductive. It's just in the way.
Why did they all show up then? What were they counterproductive-ing? Like
nobody knows.
It doesn't make it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense.
Only the people that know. Because we can only.
I think they Men in Blacked everybody with their little lights.
Not even that. Just have you seen the movie Hellboy? When they like wall everything
I
off?
haven't. I haven't seen it.
Oh my god!
I still haven't even watched Paul yet.
Anyways, so Hellboy, he's a like a government weapon that they use him for like paranormal and anomalies and stuff, right? But they can't just show up with a fucking bus that says Hellboy's here, move out of the way. So they cut it off, the quarantine. They say that there's a fucking hostage situation or some shit. They pull up in the back with a fucking trash can with a dumpster truck, and he goes in the building, does his thing, and comes back out all, discreet. And
so they Taylor Swifted him.
Pretty much, and that's essentially what they were doing in Miami. They were creating this fucking. But it's
diversion.
2024. Like, people have drones in their back pockets. Like,
I know.
You can't hide anymore. And we talked about this before, where social media, we got into a point where even if the government did control it, like we assume that they do, we do it too fast for them to fucking control what's being fucking.
But it feels like they did control it, because nobody's posted any videos, nobody's like talking about it really. And supposedly the videos that do get posted get removed.
Look, we're nobody, and we know we have an assumption that it got to us. So, and a little bit that it did was already hella sus. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like it wasn't like somebody. Oh, dude, there was a lot of police in Miami. That would die down really fast. But like the videos I've seen where they take the drone and it's like miles and miles and miles of fucking lights in front of this casino or whatever building, a mall. I think it was a mall, right?
Yeah, it was a mall, I think. Yeah.
And then to somebody take like these things that were walking around and like tell you, oh, like if you take this perspective and you take this thing and the average size of this thing is this high, and this thing walked by it and it's this much higher compared to the distance, like they math it, right? And they're just like they're 10 feet tall, like, and not only that, but they're like slouched over, like long appendages, and it's like, what could it be? Besides, what I would have said is like, oh, they're filming a movie, and that's just all like
exactly,
prop,
exactly.
But then they're gonna
see, that's what they need. They don't need a police force to like respond to these things. They need a movie crew, but that's actually government officials, so that people feel like it's a movie being recorded.
That'd be smart.
However, they're chasing them with their little like boom mics, but they're not actually boom mics.
That'd be fucking smart. Like, an alien shows up and
call me government. I got it.
A bunch of movie vans, like
exactly. They'll be like, oh, they're just recording a movie, and I guess I'm just an extra. Like
that's crazy.
Prank wars gone wrong.
That would get me like, oh, damn, that's crazy. Because wow,
that looks so realistic.
That animatronic is fucking gangster.
Oh, look, an appendage that just flew across. Wow, that looks like a real leg. Huh.
That would totally get me. Damn,
it would work.
I never thought about that.
Next alien invasion, they're gonna be ready because they're gonna listen to this podcast and be like, huh, that's an idea.
So my question is, do you think the aliens got their ass chewed out about the mistake?
Oh, definitely. That's why I'm like putting this out here now. If that alien needs a friend, I understand their struggle.
That's fucking funny. Because
and I will keep them safe and sound.
So where did you say they were supposed to go? Antarctica,
because they believe, like, I think we did a podcast on it or we were talking about it. But it was like, you can zoom in on Google Earth and it looks like there's a city in Antarctica. Yeah. And there's been lots of speculation that there is like an alien base down there because nobody can go there. It's not like Area 51 where people can like drive there and try and break in.
Yeah, we
and hopefully
can't get there because of the weather.
But like we physically can't, like you have to have money and a plan and know people. You can't just go to Antarctica. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, it's like literally the only...
You can go to Nevada and fucking...
Yeah, exactly. But we can't go to Antarctica. So it's a perfect place to hide. And it's getting warmer. It's not even that cold. I mean, it's cold. It's Antarctica. But
my thing is, there's always been that conspiracy, right? That something's up there. Right? Back to the 40s, even with Hitler, like... Just randomly went up there, and he was the only one that returned, or some random shit.
Exactly.
That is crazy.
So who knows? It's one of those. one of those things that make you go, But yeah, I would like to have, like that poor alien's gonna go down in his own history books. Like the dude that fucked up at Earth. Like
insert that
it was
clip
probably like it was probably like his first Earth mission, and now he's probably a meme in his own little alien country. He's his own meme, and he's doomed his family, his ancestors. You know,
I think that they were both kind of dumb because supposedly there was two of them.
Oh,
supposedly.
See, I figured it was just whoever made somebody put the button and somebody put the coordinates in wrong. So whoever did that, they're the one at fault. It's gonna be like the moon landing for us, but they're gonna fight over who actually did it wrong.
Imagine just so that alien, like, just like this doesn't look like we're supposed to be here, dude. But do we usually have a parade when we show up?
I just wanted Auntie Annie's pretzels first, and then we were gonna go.
We're here for the sacrifice.
The sacrifice.
That's fucking funny.
Oh my god, yeah. So I feel
just like the cops, the government had to show up. You're in the wrong place, you dumbasses.
Like, why'd you end up here? Oh.
And then they turned off all the lights, like in the whole fucking city.
Yeah,
that's fucking funny.
I want to know what the point of that was. Like it was a surprise part. Like, okay, go. Like, shh,
fuck out of here.
Nobody will know. I want to know how they killed the lights so fast. Like, did they just?
That's what the chief of police saying. That is standard procedure.
To kill the lights?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the last thing I want. If there's like a big catastrophe happening and they just shut the lights off,
they don't give a fuck anymore. They're not even trying. They're not trying.
I need flashlights. I need flashlights. I don't have enough flashlights for this knowledge.
They need a team. They need a creative team to come up with better reasonings and scenarios of why these unexplainable things are happening.
If there's a job that's hiring, I have ideas.
I'm telling you.
And I need employment, so.
I'm telling you. Like, when something crazy happens in the sky, like, hey, we're trying to invent these new fireworks that create a hologram. How do you guys like it? Yeah. Instead of talking about the fucking ions and fucking...
How do you guys like it?
Fuck.
Oh, my God, yes. They need some better ideas. Because we're gullible and distractible.
Yeah. And then you're just going to have to invent something everybody can carry in their pocket and be like, watch this. Make something in the sky.
Yes, perfect. And they probably have it. They probably have stuff backed up. Like, here, we'll release this if this happens.
They're not trying anymore. They don't care. They're not trying anymore.
I know, because there's so many things that CGI can create that they're just like, no one will believe it anyway. It's because it's like you go through and you scroll through and you see.
That's a good point. You think they they let go of AI just so we can be like, oh, that's any crazy? Yeah, I don't think that happens.
Like, because everything's getting so realistic and anybody can do it. Like before, you needed years of experience with computers and programs and technology to make any sort of movies and stuff look believable. Now people. Like my 12-year-old can do it, for fuck's sake.
Fucking tablet for kids.
Exactly. Like it doesn't take much to make something seem fairly legit, and people believe it. Even stupid TikTok filters, people use them, and it makes them look perfect and pristine, and people think it's real.
The filters,
because yeah. And even the stupid ones of like, what was the one that was going around during Halloween of like the skeleton, and people like, oh, I couldn't find it. It's so little. And it's like, you can literally adjust it with your fingers, people, and you're acting like you can't. Like you're doing it and playing stupid. So there's so many ways.
The crazy ones are like the ones that take your face and you look like this character, you look like that.
Yeah.
A famous person or something, whatever.
But technology is so... It's so easy to make something look real.
You want to hear something scary? So this guy in I think it was in Japan or China. He invented this AI that can take your your facial features and your bone structure,
Yeah.
and tell you your sex and your age, like within 2 to 3 like accurate years, whatever. And it tracks your face, right? And it tracks it like in a very like there's little to no latency. And this was showing it how it works, and it's like it has a square over his head and it's following him like nothing, and it says male, 29 years old, whatever. And then it tells him like a ethnicity or whatever. And then like and then he's talking about it, and then in the background another square pops up like in the dark closet.
Oh, jeez.
And it says something about like an old lady, 670 something years old, something. Like, he's just like, and the square is just like, not even like, and it's like 12 feet off the ground, like behind him.
No, has done. No, I'd move.
Crazy. Shit breaks like mid sentence. He stopped and he was like reading the little square.
Yeah, I would be too. And then I'd never go to sleep again.
Yeah, burn the fucking house down. Destroy
pretty much. Well, that you can't burn a house. You can't burn a spirit. They're dead.
How much you want to bet?
You sage it. You got to sage it.
Sage.
Although apparently, there's like becoming a shortage of sage.
What is sage? Like what actual like substance?
It's sage. It's a plant. It's like a rose.
It's a plant.
How would I tell you what a rose is? Yeah, it's just a plant.
I didn't know. I thought it was paper.
No, it's a plant.
That's what I'm asking.
And there's apparently like a shortage of it because witchcraft is a growing in popularity lately. A lot of people are dipping their toes into the cauldron, so to speak. And there's a shortage of sage because you don't dip your toes in cauldrons. But anyway, there's a shortage of sage because people are dabbling in the dark arts and like saging their homes and purifying things. And so there's a shortage of things. But it's okay. There's alternatives that you can use apparently.
Like what?
That are safer than sage. I don't know. I'm not a witch.
we need to have all the answers here, okay?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I heard like rosemary, pine, and I'm sure there's others, but I wouldn't do your research because you don't want to awaken spirits that you're trying to get rid of.
Yes.
Do your research and know what you're doing. Don't listen to me. I know nothing.
Yes.
Okay.
So with this alien thing that happened, how happy would you have been? You were there, and they took you. Okay, but
well, I mean, okay. Again, we've had this discussion. Depends on what they're gonna do with me.
Okay, well, obviously they weren't.
Are they peaceful or are they gonna harvest my organs? There's a difference.
They weren't threatening, right? Because they didn't do anything.
And are they kidnapping me
like
forever?
You said, they were lost.
I would be more worried. Like, are you sure you know where we're going?
Hey, ask them for directions. You ask them for directions.
Like, I mean, again, I would love to be abducted just for the experience. However, if they're going to keep me, I want to be going to a planet that's better than Earth.
Okay, but
I need my kids.
Let's take into consideration majority of the stories that you have read or heard about alien abductions. Let's talk about like the possibility of waking up with, perfectly circular wounds all over your body, missing organs. Let's talk about missing time, altered memory.
Okay.
Let's talk about, because they do that, right? There's the altered memory.
Yeah. I mean, I would be okay with it as long as
you survive.
I don't suffer any part.
All the suffering part.
As long as I survive, I don't remember. And I don't remember. Like, deep hypnosis, nothing's going to be in there. My brain has no memory.
So what's the point?
The point is, again, I'm hoping
You
that
don't remember nothing.
whatever they harvested or needed from me answers questions for them or helps them.
But they left you with nothing. Not even the memory of the experience.
Nah, I have the scars.
Just make up your own story. Got abducted on a Thursday.
Well,
back
see,
on
I don't
Tuesday.
want the memory. As long as like if I don't want to suffer. Like I don't want to feel pain.
What if?
So,
okay.
What
if they left you evidence, like video evidence, like an alien walked around with you?
Well, see, if it's evidence of me screaming in pain as they stab me while I'm alive and awake, I'm not gonna really want to watch that.
That's true.
But if they're nice and they like put you under and they sedate you, they wake you up, they give you a little snacky snack, and then they put you back on Earth, yeah, sure, give me that memory. I'll take it.
Fuck.
I'll probably think I was high as a kite, but I'll take it. I'm like, I don't know what I ate, but I'm probably not gonna eat that again.
I don't know about you.
What?
Because okay, so you wouldn't care what they look like, even if they weren't violent and or malicious. Like, say,
I need them to be nice. I'm operating under the fact that they are nice, gentle creatures.
okay, so what if it was like Monaco Gentle Sir, but he was like a lizard, like 10 foot tall.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
It's like, excuse me, madam.
I watch Star Trek. I'm fine with it. I'm a Star Trek nerd.
Oh my
So yes,
God.
there's all sorts of things that could be. It probably wouldn't phase. I'd just be like, do you guys have a global translator? Like, you know, is your translator online?
Do you guys need like a decorator? I make
Like,
awesome cakes.
Can you, like, if I could understand them and they could understand me, because yeah, we're fine, we're good.
That's crazy.
I accept.
Have you
As
seen?
long as they're not going to actually hurt me, they got to make me feel safe.
Have
And
you?
then we're good.
Have you seen? The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
No,
Oh, that's a good movie. You should watch that movie. I think
I
think if you watch that movie, you would want that to happen.
probably. You said that about Paul too, and I still haven't seen it.
Paul, they don't know. Paul, he doesn't get abducted. They don't. He doesn't abduct.
No,
you.
he's the friend that I want, the one that lost his way,
He needs help.
the one that put in the directions wrong.
He's
That's
still
the one that I'm like, I'm sending out my PSA. Like, if you're out there, dude, I'll be your friend. I won't make fun of you
That's fucking
because
funny.
I know what it's like. Everybody makes fun of me.
I like the part where he's like, "Oh shit," and what does he say? "Oh shit, 5 out, 5-0, let's bounce."
Yes, I don't know. I didn't watch it yet. I
Oh,
need to.
you
It's
gotta
on my
watch it.
list. It's on my list.
I don't think.
Shit.
I don't think I would mind being abducted either. Honestly, even if
It's
they
like-
did like horrible things to me and I remember them, I don't think I would mind because
Why?
as long as I survive and as long as I make it back and I can tell my story.
But the PTSD,
no,
and nobody's gonna believe your story.
no one's gonna believe you.
They don't anyway.
I don't know. I think it's like, oh man, I'm too curious not to be okay with whatever outcome is presented.
Yeah, I understand. Like, I get that, and the idea of like actually having the memories, but I feel like the trauma from something traumatic
Because I would be
would
pissed.
be.
I would be pissed if one day I wake up a week from the last time I remembered with scars on my body and people asking me where the fuck I've been. I'd be fucking pissed.
I don't know. I had fun, I guess. Yeah.
And for someone to
I
go,
would-
dude, there was this blue giant light and you were missing for 2 weeks. Where were you? I'd be fucking pissed. How does he get the memory?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
God damn it. I got abducted and all I got were these scars.
I'd be pissed.
Yeah, I suppose. But I wouldn't want the traumatic memory because, again, how do you recover from that? Because you were abducted.
Because
You were
it's
taken
cool.
but you were taken by force, and there's nothing like right now. If I was to walk out of my house and somebody like tackled me, beat the shit out of me, and put me back in my home, like I could take steps to prevent that from happening again. I can't stop an alien from beaming me out of my house to their ship again. There's like tinfoil hat. Like, that's my protection. I got tinfoil on my head.
I just pictured
Like,
two aliens jumping you and then throw you in the trunk of their spaceship. We got her.
Yeah, no one's gonna believe this story now. Like,
super advanced and throw your ass in the trunk.
haha, we abducted you like a human. No.
Do you know any stories about that? I know we have the Reddit pulled up. Like, besides the Reddit.
I mean, I have the ones that we've talked about before in the past. A lot of those, like, missing people ones.
Those are crazy.
And then there's the ones that you have of, like, especially, like, the kids that go missing and then they turn up and they don't know where they've been. And they're just there. And it's hard to know if, like, the kid just completely disassociated and blacked out everything. Or if the kid was, like, maybe actually abducted. I don't know if you've seen, like, the pictures of, like, the before and afters of kids when they've been missing and then found.
Yeah. They look
And then
super
there's, like,
traumatized and, like...
Yeah, and then there's all the ones... And then there's just the missing... Not even kids, but just missing kids and adults that literally are never found. And they can't all be dead.
Damn. There's a lot of theories of these missing people.
So it's like, where did they go and who took them?
One of the theories that has been circulating a lot on TikTok is that the world is run by the fucking lizard people, like the... I forgot what they're called.
Heard that. The Ra or something like that?
Yeah, and that they require human sacrifice. And that the human sacrifices, they're the ones that, you know, disappear randomly, mysteriously, and there's no trace of them.
Yeah, who was it that it was like? Yeah, because I know what you're talking about because they've been talking about all the ancient, like way back pre-BC of like the Greek gods and the Egyptian gods and all of them.
The
and
Egyptian ones are crazy because we have have proof of that, right? In the sense of like, the hieroglyphs. And even people taking like the statues and going, everything's disproportionate because thousands of years later somebody came by and recarved, you know, somebody else's head on the lion's body.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's just but when you cross-reference all the similarities, like there's differences, but there's like all cohesive similarities when you boil it down.
Yeah, it's like it's like a bunch of different artists drawing the same thing in their
exactly, and it's all meaning the same thing. And it's a little freaky. The deeper you dive into it, it kind of messes with your mind a little bit, and it makes you question your own reality.
Did you
and like what we know?
Did you send me the video of like the world's like oldest artifacts? And it was like
might have
the oldest one was like a fucking wooden pickaxe, like a stone head, and it was like it's so old, like the rock grew around it, and it's
I don't know if that was me. I think I sent you one where they looked like there was something that looked like a telephone, like a Nokia phone.
Oh yeah, and it's like a rock, and it had like.
But they carbon dated it. Like yeah, it had a bunch of different. Yeah, it was like hieroglyphs on it, and it was old. Like they carbon dated it. It's not. It doesn't fit in the time period. Yeah, it doesn't fit in the time period. It doesn't fit anything. It's like where.
And they found
why
they found like tiny little screws. They're like a million years old.
Yeah, that they didn't, as far as we know, didn't have the capabilities of making something that dainty,
intricate. Yeah. That's fucking.
So wild. There's something out there, and they're not. I don't know. We're just all Sims characters.
Well, what do you think about sacrifice? That's so like.
That. Honestly, all I think about is King Julian.
Oh, the fucking little hamster.
Yeah, sacrifice. But I mean, it makes sense. But I feel like the thing that doesn't make sense for me at that is it's supposedly the aliens requiring a human sacrifice, right? these aliens are so technologically advanced. They can fly through space to get to us, but they have this fiend,
Primal, this fucking primal ass.
this primal religion that requires a sacrifice.
Okay.
Like that doesn't make sense to me.
I don't want to go into this subject because I feel like we can do another episode on this, but
We could, yeah.
But just real quick, it could tie into the reincarnation theory that you sent me, to where they require these sacrifices for the souls that we find, us as agnostics find as something ridiculous to think or to even consider, right?
Interesting. Yeah.
Right. But because we don't know, and we don't have those answers, those things can still be possible, right?
So we're looking at it from a more of a Neanderthal.
Yeah, we're
vision.
looking at it something like that's so primal. We used to sacrifice, but we don't do that no more. That's so primal. Take somebody's heart out. Like, what the fuck? We're not animals. But maybe it's something more.
But way back when we were doing sacrifices, it was way back then with,
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been that we were, coerced into doing it as a religious thing. But maybe these beings that were here before us needed those souls, or whatever comes out of our bodies will die.
Blood.
Blood.
That
fucking.
Yeah, that's
it's not funny. Blood.
Bleed my own blood.
But like, it's hard to think about it less as that's so.
But yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Like, it could be we're looking at it from one direction when really it's just they're so much further
more,
along in their
that's like
advancements.
The visual spectrum that our brains and eyes can see is such a small sliver of what it is.
Yeah,
what it actually is. What is who is to say that these aliens or these other entities are not in a broader
that's true
area of that spectrum, and maybe they know something we don't.
Perhaps.
So for us to
we should do a podcast on that.
Right? Because
we should add that to our list.
It's interesting
we
to think,
and
I just thought of that right now, like the whole sacrifice thing, because it's like it does seem so like something primal and animalistic of us to think that these gods need sacrifices, but maybe it wasn't gods, maybe it was something else, and maybe like the spiritual. I don't know. That's just my head working right now, Nate.
Yeah, I know. We got ideas. I am going to type that in here, right here, somewhere, so we don't lose it, because we know our brains. I was just typing sacrifice.
I said sacrifice.
Like, we got this. What was I gonna label? Lizard sacrifice.
I'll look up all the names of the aliens that.
Yeah, we'll actually do our we'll do Rollin Thick type research.
Have you ever seen movie that I just watched recently? And it's the one that explains where aliens came from. The movie Aliens, Aliens versus Predator.
Never saw it.
The fucking aliens with the giant fucking heads, and they fight the predators.
Oh, I've seen. Yeah, I won't watch that. No.
There's a movie. I forgot. I think it's called
Ink.
Anyways, they find out in the movie. They find out where we came from, essentially.
Yeah.
And that we were created. We were laboratory created, right? Somebody made us, and then they find out where the creators came from based on all the ancient, hieroglyphs and
yeah,
they all worship like the same set of stars, and like you were saying, like the things that tie together with all these people from around the world that had no actual connection physically, but they all had like the same idea of what was going on, right? And they figure out like that there's another planet that could be habitable for humans somewhere in that star collection that all the ancient people were like worshiping or whatever. And they go there, and they find out that planet isn't where they came from. That planet is being used to make weapons, biological weapons, which turn out to be like the fucking aliens. But in that movie, they talk about the Anunnaki. I don't know if you know who that is. The Anunnaki is like basically like the ones that created. They're the missing link, right, from the evolutionary jump between Homo sapiens to like.
It sounds familiar, yeah.
Yeah. And they're portrayed in a lot of movies, even some of them that I watched a long time ago. And I wasn't into like the whole conspiracy things yet, but now that I have, I've ascertained like all this woohoo or whatever you want to call it, you know. And those movies make sense.
I've grown up. I have ideas.
And it's like, I'm not saying that they're showing us the truth, like people say, oh, they're showing us the truth. I just think like the people that, you know, make the movies, they know what people, you know, speculate and think, so they just make movies based on that, right? Because
that makes
if we start if the masses, you know, start being entertained about, you know, like just the pandemic that just hit, right? We had the pandemic the last 3 years. There's been a lot of movies coming out about, you know,
that's true,
about the pandemic, and everybody's like, oh, see, it was true, now they're showing us. And it's just like, well, we're in the middle of it, dude. Of course they're gonna play off of that. You're gonna go watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just been watching these movies. I'm like, oh, I know about that. It's crazy.
I have knowledge.
Because they show you things too that you haven't came across, like
that's true.
What like the ancient people thought, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Take everything with a
interest. Yes. Lots to think about. Lots to go off of. Lots of ideas.
Lots of things to keep me awake.
Yes, exactly. We're just gonna keep adding to the list. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, we got a lot of good episodes to record. It's gonna be good. Lizard sacrifice.
Imagine you forget what we're talking about, and just a bunch of mumbo jumbo you wrote down.
We're like lizard sacrifice.
And you just see like the Geico for the commercial, like sacrifices another Geico. What the fuck
He's a gecko. I didn't answer the car extended warranty phone, and now I've been sacrificed for the Geico lizard. Oh my god. So how do we record the outro?
we'll get to that right now. Are we coming to the end of this?
Where are we at? I don't have my.
We're like at 40 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's gonna take us 20 minutes to record an outro.
Yeah, it is. Oh man. But for you guys that are listening to this on the audio, we are gonna record these live. We do record these live, so if you guys want to join us over at www.twitch.tv/The Rollin Thick. I think we're gonna be doing Tuesdays, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Pacific time. You guys want to join? You know, give us your 2 cents, your suggestions, comments. We like interacting with chat.
Stories. We love stories.
Oh, the stories. Remember when we had?
When we did the horror one?
Yeah.
The horror ones. Those ones scared the crap out of me when we were reading them.
Everybody
I would react before I even said them.
You're like, oh my god! I'm like, what are you reading?
I mean, like you and Mikey are over having your own conversation. I'm just like, oh my god, what happens next?
And then what happened? Yeah, that was good.
I don't multitask well. I try my best, but and hopefully my voice will eventually come back.
I can
2
feel
months of this now.
I need to carry some water next.
I honestly feel like this is my voice forever now. Like I don't think it's gonna come back. I think I've damaged my vocal cords permanently.
That's
just because I don't know how to stop talking. I know. I'm kind of scared.
You're like Steve-O.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go to the doctor and find out.
And then I was abducted.
If any aliens want to abduct me and like fix my vocal cords, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I accept.
Do you want to give what's I say? Like a sneak peek of what's coming episode 2?
Well, I feel like we might need to readjust what our episodes are going to be. As I was looking at those, like we got them listed.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like maybe we'll post something somewhere on some social media
follow
platform.
us on TikTok. We're gonna be posting stuff on TikTok, you guys, at the Rollin Thick Pod. It's been a while.
Let me see. it's been a bit. I'm gonna post them on my own TikTok too, as well, though. So
which is that?
Which is Bunz 404X.
404X.
I mean, I have Bunz 404 also, but I just don't log into it because that's a long story. There's a podcast about it somewhere.
If you guys have any suggestions, concerns, if you guys want to be part of the podcast, maybe be a special guest, you guys can email us at rollinthickpod@gmail.com.
And the TikTok is at the Rollin Thick.
At the Rollin Thick.
Yeah, so just the Rollin Thick. No G. Just the Rollin Thick.
Oh, we have
just to be clear.
Yeah, I have an email. So correction. The email, if you guys want to be part of the podcast as a special guest, or you have any comments, concerns, or suggestions, you guys can email us at the Rollin Thick Podcast @gmail.com. Yeah.
Or if you follow us on TikTok, we accept all follows, and you can interact with us there too.
Mm-hmm. So go on, get your tickets.
Yes, come join us, have fun, be part of the show.
Yeah. And if nobody loves you, we love you. Yeah, we did it.
We did it.